嘿，大家好，我叫石老师。今天我们要学一些跟猪的鼻子有关系的字，然后再学一些跟云有关系的字。那我们第一个字扫，扫 like sour, 扫 This character means to sweep or to clean an area, to tidy something up. Now, note we have show on the left, meaning to hit, and then we have what looks like a three with a line. This is a pig's snout, or 猪的鼻子. Now, it can be a little hard to draw connections with some of these, but this first one, it's kind of like you're pointing around or guiding with your hand the pig's snout so the pig can smell the food and then it'll eat it. In other words, the pig is sweeping for you. But to be clear, 扫 just means to sweep or to clean. 扫. Next, 急. 急. So we have a hook in the pig's snout and then the heart under. So this character means anxious or hurried. Maybe if you stick a hook in a pig's nose, its heart will start racing, right? 急, anxious. And lastly in this set, 血, 血, rain over a pig's snout. This one's a little hard to draw. 血 simply means snow. It's the same pronunciation as study, but dipping. 血. Now, our next four characters are all based on 云, 云, meaning cloud. So it's a two with si, private under. Yun. Our next character, yun. Yun. So cloud and then to walk or to move. This character means movement or action, and it'll often be associated with sports. Yun. Dong. 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 Like east, Bonton. Dong. This character also means action. However, it's usually used in association with verbs. In fact, the word for verb is 动作. Dong. And last in the set, 长. Chang. This character means to try or to sample something. Chang. Now we have four more characters that we will use with these. First, 着. 着. Note this character right here we're introducing as 着. However, it has two pronunciations. The other being jiao, like to find with a rising tone. Jiao. We'll talk about differentiating those in our words. Next, 花. Hua. So we have grass, a person, and the number 7. Hua. This character means flower or to spend, as in to spend time, to spend money. Hua. And lastly, wu. Oh, sorry, not last. Wu. Wu. This character means thing. Very simply, it's like thing or matter. It's referring to physical things in our presence. Wu. And lastly, 是. 是. You'll note this character looks a lot like style, as an American style, 没事. However, we've added a yan, speech radical, to it. This makes to try, as in to make an attempt at something, to try your hand at something. 是 that is all for our characters. 今天第一个词打扫 hit, sweep. This is the verb for sweeping or to clean a space. 打扫着急 to be affected by anxiety. This word means to feel anxious, or simply the adjective anxious. 着急急着 anxious and kind of like continuing state. This means the adverb for anxious. So like anxiously sweeping. 急着打扫 Next. 紧急 tight and anxious means critical, as in a critical situation. 紧急情况 Next. 下雪下雪 falling snow means to be snowing. 下雪雪花 snow flower, a snowflake or a flake of snow. 雪花运气 movement of the air is one's luck or one's fate. 运气 and if we want to say someone has good luck, 好运 good luck. 好运运动 movement, action. This has two meanings. The first one is simply movement, as in a motion. The other meaning, maybe more commonly used, is sports. 做运动 to do sports. 运动动作 verb. So this is the action kind of like thing serving as. 动作 meaning action or verb. Very literally the word verb. 活动 life or lively actions. This means activity and is typically used with community activities. So anything that gets a group of people together could be a 活动。动物 moving or acting matter or things. This means animals. So moving matter is animals. 动物品尝 to try a product, switch there. This means to take a sample of, to have a taste of something. It sounds a little bit high class. 品尝尝试 to try and to try is very simply to try, as in to try a taste of something, to try one's hand at something, etc. 尝试 and lastly, 试试看 try, look. This is a colloquial way to say try one's hand at something or take an attempt at something. 试试看 That is all for our words. For today's grammar and sentences, we're going to look at some useful example sentences using our vocabulary. So, up to this point, we have learned a bunch of Mandarin. And we're getting to the point where we can start creating some really eloquent, really meaningful, and more interesting sentences. So, for today's grammar and sentences, we will do just that. Our first sentence today. Hey, 你不用着急，我刚刚打扫了房子，它一点都不脏。Hey, you don't need to be so nervous. I just swept or cleaned the entire house. It's not even a little bit dirty. 一点都不脏, not even a little 脏, dirty. So maybe you and I are out and you're like, we need to get home right now. Maybe we're roommates. And you're like, we need to get home right now. And you're anxious and you want to get home because we have a client coming over that'll make or break your business. And I say to you, like, hey, it's okay. I just cleaned the house. Everything's good. Hey, 你不用着急，我刚刚打扫了房子，它一点都不脏。Now note here, 着急 is expressing that anxiousness. 不用着急, there's no need to be anxious. Now, our next sentence. 现在下着好大雪，哪里都是雪花。我们不会出去做运动了。Right now it's snowing a bunch. There is literally snow everywhere. We won't be able to go out and do sports or go out and play sports. Note in Mandarin we say 做运动, to do sports. 做运动. Also notice 下着好大雪. It is falling, 下着, literally it is falling in the process of falling a lot of snow. Also, when we use 着, we're implying that this verb is going to continue for an amount of time. It's not just that it's happening right now, but that it will probably continue to happen. So again, thanks to the snow, we can't go out. 现在下着好大雪，哪里都是雪花。我们不会出去做运动。Our next sentence. 嘿，我觉得这份甜品很适合你的口味，你来试一下吧。Hey, I think that this particular or this plate of sweets is really suitable to your tastes. You should come try a little bit. So right here, maybe we have some guy who's like a sweet salesman or a chocolate salesman, and you're walking by a store and he's trying to grab your attention. The things to note, we say 一份菜 or 一份甜品. Fun is a measure word that kind of means like a plate or a serving of food. And you'll usually see that in restaurants. Also at the end there, 适合你的口味, suitable to your tastes. 口味, literally mouth flavor. This is the concept of one's personal affinity for a particular flavor or taste. And lastly, 尝试一下吧. 你来, so come over here, 尝试一下吧. Note, the 尝 is not necessary. We can say 尝试. We can also just say 是. So one last time. 嘿，我觉得这份甜品很适合你的口味，你来尝试一下吧。Our last sentence. 我每次做运动都赢了，可是我没有花过时间学运动，就是说我的运气很好吧。It's probably the most arrogant sentence we've ever learned, but every time I play sports, I always win. But I've never spent any time learning to play sports. I guess that just means I have good luck. Again, the sentence is really arrogant. First of all, in China, always err on the side of modesty. Chinese people tend to be pretty modest and they appreciate seeing that quality in others. Also, let's look at some points here. So the first thing, 每次, and then we have something happening and then 都. This is how we express every time something happens, 都 a result. 我每次做运动, every time I play sports, 都赢了. The result is I win. 赢了, to win. Also, we say 花没有花过时间. I have never spent time before. 没有花过时间. I have never spent time before. If we want to say past time, we say 过时间. But if we want to say to spend time doing something, we will use 花 to spend. And lastly, 就是说, that is to say, or that basically means. 就是说我的运气很好. I guess that means, or that is to say, my luck is good. One last time. 我每次做运动都赢了，可是我没有花过时间学做运动。就是说，我的运气很好吧？ That is all for our sentences and grammar. I hope this has helped you understand some cool things that you can do with what we've learned so far, because we have learned a lot. Please take the time to watch this video once more, practice the words and sentences, and make an attempt at Mandarin. If you have any questions, write them down and bring them up in class. That's all for now, and as always, 加油!